Hey guys, and welcome to the Tera Lancer Snapshot. Welcome back to Tera. You may remember that I did a sneak peek of this game a while ago, and it was very fun, but it was only for a weekend, and the closed beta is still going on, weekends here and there, and I've taken the opportunity to do a snapshot of every class in the game to give you a better idea of what the classes have to offer in Tera. Here you can see in the background me showcasing the heavy armor options, which the Lancer wears for each of the races. As you can see, some quite racy armor sets there, but that's Tera for you. In many ways, actually, the aim of the game as you progress is to gain armor sets that actually reveal more of your character rather than protect more, which is a curious spin, but I'll leave you to be the judge of whether it works or not. The Lancers are trained to wield the shield as an extension of their own body. Because of the shield, Lancers are mostly known for their defensive capabilities, not only protecting themselves but others around them. The Lancers are considerably slower than the other classes due to sheer weight and size of the shield. Therefore, Lancers learn to wield a spear along with their shield. And that's the official spiel over. But essentially, there are two tank classes in the game. This is a controversial topic because most people don't appreciate the warrior, the second class, as a true tank. But it is, and they're making steps to make the warrior a better tank. But this isn't the warrior preview. This is the Lancer Snapshot. And the Lancer is, for all intents and purposes, the main tank class of the game. It's slightly slower than the other classes, but it packs a wallop still, being a melee class with a massive lance. And it's your main role in a group is to protect your team, take the damage from the enemy, and not let the enemy bash your friends around. So that's essentially what the Lancer is about. As you can see here, showing off the Elin armor sets. I think it's important to show you what the Lancer can look like. Here's a Baraka, because the game is very much a graphical experience in itself. It's such a good-looking game that to do it justice, you've got to show off some of the more impressive models and artwork of the game, because a lot of effort has gone into it. And as you can see, these are some really impressive creations. Here we've got an elf, the male elf, and showcasing the Lancer armor on him. There are three armor sets in the game, armor types at least: the heavy armor, plate armor, the medium armor, and the light armor. And the heavy is plate, the medium is kind of leather chainmail, and the light is cloth, like you might see on a caster. There are two classes that use the heavy armor. That's Berserker and Lancer. And I'll be damned if some of these characters don't look absolutely amazing in this heavy plate. So let me show you my Lancer. Okay, so here is my Lancer. This is Charity, level 12. As you can see, she's wearing some very protective armor. Actually, it's one of the more protective suits the game has to offer compared to, well, some of the shocking examples. So I know what you're thinking as well. That lance, it's flat and it's got a tiny spike. It's actually retracted. Once you actually attack something, when you make your move, the lance extends. So I'll just show you that. You see, it extends when you're actually fighting. It's just retracted while you're moving around, which is, a sensible thing. It means you won't get caught in doorways, or bend over to tie your shoelaces and poke someone's eye out, or impale them, which is a very real hazard. So here we are out in the wild. It's time to show you what the Lancer can do. Let's find a pig and stick him good with our lance. Right, so let's take a look at the spells, the abilities. The left click, we got this at level 1, and it's carried on through. It's the combo attack. Strike one or more targets in front of you and gain MP with each hit. Successive strikes do more damage, up to 3 hits, with the third hit dealing substantially more. And that's pretty simple. That's 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. And there you go. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. Right click. Stand fast. Block frontal attacks with your shield. Damage reduction depends on your equipment. reduces damage as long as you hold down the skill button. Allies behind you also get damage reduction. That's great. That means, well, your role is tank, so you're going to want to stop people from taking damage. You're going to want to take it all yourself, or avoid as much as you can. But yeah, if you there it is. Right click, using up MP when we do it. But yeah, so if somebody's behind you while you've got that down, I assume they'll take less or perhaps no damage. That's quite cool. So that's something to remember. A nice utility for tanking. Let's move it on. Shield bash. Briefly stun one or more foes. Okay, so let's try this. That's pretty open and shut. Oh, it's got a long cooldown, 25 seconds, but it's just like a shield slam, just bam in the face. Let's move on. And what we've got number here. Number 1, shield barrage. Move forward, attacking target with your shield. There's still a few typos, I guess, in this game. A few localization things to kind of be addressed, but move forward, attacking target with your shield. Repeat the attack up to 2 times, and the last hit may briefly stun your target. Okay, so let's see this in action. I've been using this while leveling up quite a lot, so it's you press 1, and then you press it again, and you do another sweep with it, and the second sweep there will do the stun. Yeah, nice. Moving on. Spring attack. Leap to your foe and strike a hard blow. You can activate this skill faster if you first use shield bash, shield barrage, or the 3rd consecutive hit of a combo attack. Okay, so let's see it in action. Excellent. And it's apparently quicker if you do it after the 3rd in a combo chain. Oh yeah, that is much quicker if you do it after the 3rd one. It's kind of an instant kind of impale, rather than the slow wind up if you do it without anything. Yeah, that's useful to know. And number 3, charging lunge. Charge a short distance and impale your target. Okay, I've used this a lot. This is very handy, especially when leveling before you get a mount, which everybody gets at 11, by the way, from a quest, which is free. So let's see this in action. 3 is a charge. If you hit something, if something's in the way while you're charging, you'll do some damage to them. But it's got such a short cooldown, about 10 seconds, that it's a great tool for getting in between mobs. You know, you just killed a mob, you want to keep up the momentum, and you can. You just tap 3, and whoosh, off you are, off you go, towards the next mob. Oh, and this warthog's seen us, so if I just give him the slip, so I can show you how exactly you can use the chained skills in this game. It's a way to chain up your skills and give you minimum downtime while, you know, improving your rotation. It gives you a bit of flexibility. I'll show you what I mean. If I can escape. Yeah, he's going back. So yeah, let's take a look. Chain skills. Every skill you get, or well, not every skill you get, or perhaps actually every skill you get. Although I don't see combo attack here, which is a shame. But the trigger skill on the left is the spell you cast first, and then the chain skill on the right is what you can cast immediately after to keep a chain going. And what you can do is you can add multiple things into this, and it will just give you lots of momentum. Now, if I remember rightly, spring attack, yeah, this activates faster if you use shield bash, shield barrage, or a combo attack. So we'll start with this as our base. So from a spring attack, I think we're going to go into a shield barrage, and then from no, actually we don't have shield barrage on this list, so let's play to what we've got. We'll go into a shield bash, and then from shield bash we'll go into a shield barrage. I'm not sure why shield barrage isn't on this list, but there you go. From a charging lunge, that's the charge. We can go into a spring attack, I think. That'd be cool. And that will also link us to shield bash and shield barrage. And from stand fast, it might even be best just to go from a stand fast into a spring attack. I think it is, you know. Let's try that. Or perhaps a combo attack. Let's try that. So I'll show this in effect. What we'll do is we'll start with the combo, the normal combo. Start with the normal combo here, then we'll go into a spring attack, then we will go into a shield barrage, into a shield bash, and that should finish our rotation. So let's try it on this long tusk warthog and see it in action. combo attack. Into that. And shield bash, shield barrage, and he's dead. Now, when you're activating these skills, it can be quite tricky to remember exactly the right button combination. Like, oh, it changed into a shield bash, but what was the button for shield bash? You'll get it wrong in the heat of the moment. You'll make mistakes. So what the game does is when you're chaining abilities, they flash up on the screen, and you can activate the next one in the chain just by simply pressing space. It's a great way of doing it. So I'll show you that in action one more time. Combo attack, into spring attack, into shield bash, into shield barrage, and then you can go back into spring attack because that's also chained up to spring attack. And obviously these mobs are dying too quickly because we're doing too much damage. The Lancer is a real powerhouse. As much as it's the main tank, the main tanking class in the game, it's also capable of shelling out a lot of damage. It's a lot of fun actually, and if I'm being honest, it's my favourite class for sure. Especially when you look at Charity, she's so cute, and how could you not be in love with this class and this race combination? So that's a quick look at all this. I'll show you the shield before we kind of wrap up. I'll show you. Come on, attack me, Warthog. I'll show you the shield. There we go, the shield block in action. When you get a successful block off, you will get the defense success flash up, and that means you've successfully defended the blow, and that will shield all the damage, and that's really impressive. Every shield you get in the game will have a block value of the amount of damage it can block, and versus higher level monsters, your block may completely fail and it may just plow through you. But there it is. So if you block it, you can jump into a combo attack, and you can also chain up that block ability using the chained skill feature. So yeah, there we go. I've been Sjin. This has been a quick look at the Lancer, how it works. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, press like and press subscribe. And I'll be covering all the classes in detail. Well, a small level of detail, just like this one. It's only early days yet. Level 11, level 12 now, and a lot of the abilities that unlock for the Lancer happen at later levels, so we don't have access to their full retinue of skills. But you've seen what we've got at level 12, and I hope you've enjoyed yourself. So I've been Sjin. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next class that we do.